Hey family, have you ever looked up at the sky and whispered, God, why? Why me? Why now? Why do bad things happen to people who are trying to live right? Who are doing their best to love, give, and serve? You're not alone. I've asked that question too. And today I want to talk about it, not with fancy words or empty answers, but with truth. Raw, biblical, hope-filled truth. The Bible never promised us a pain-free life. In fact, Jesus himself said in John 16:33, "In this world you will have trouble. But take heart, I have overcome the world." Even the greatest heroes of faith suffered. Job was blameless, righteous, and yet he lost everything. Joseph was betrayed by his own brothers, thrown into a pit, falsely accused and imprisoned. David was anointed king, but spent years running for his life. And then there's Jesus, perfect, loving, holy, but nailed to a cross. So no, suffering doesn't mean God is punishing you. It doesn't mean he loves you any less. Sometimes it's through the fire that our faith becomes gold. Romans 8:28 reminds us, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. Not that all things are good, but that God can take even the worst and somehow, some way, bring beauty from ashes. I don't know what you've been through. Maybe you've been lied to, cheated on, forgotten, or heartbroken. Maybe you've prayed and cried and begged and it still hurts. But let me tell you something real. God sees you. He's not distant. He collects every tear. Psalm 56:8. He's the God who sat with Job in silence, the God who wept at Lazarus' tomb, the God who chose scars over safety, so you'd know you're never alone in your pain. So hold on, friend. What you're going through is not the end of your story. Pain might visit, but it won't last forever. Psalm 34:18 says, "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit." If you're hurting right now, don't give up. God is still writing your story. And this chapter, it's going to lead to something greater than you can imagine. You are seen, you are loved, and you are not forgotten. Even in the storm, God is still good. Stay strong, stay faithful, and keep believing.